Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma for the Great Plains Invitational, our first matchup of the afternoon. Newcastle versus U.S. Grant. Newcastle will be in white. They'll be the home team on the scoreboard, and U.S. Grant will be the away team in black uniforms. I am joined by head coach of the MacArthur Highlanders, Marco Gagliardi. Marco, how are we doing today?
What's up, man? Excited to be here. Get a chance to watch the Racers play. Head coach is from a good friend of mine from Lawton High, Jesse Brown, and the U.S. Grant Generals.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about Coach Brown yesterday. Obviously from Lawton High, graduated from there, was a coach at MacArthur at one point, and now his sixth season at Newcastle, and he's had quite a bit of recent success. Yeah,
I think they had their first state tournament appearance in school history last year. He graduated. Talked to him yesterday. He said he graduated close to 3,000 points. So they're young and they're trying to find their footing here early in the season. But Jesse will get them going, man. He does a really, really good job there, and they have good culture. And so look forward to Newcastle playing better than they did yesterday.
Absolutely. And we talk a little bit about U.S. Grant playing Northwest Classen. That was as expected. I mean, Northwest Classen's extremely talented, very disciplined, never took their foot off the gas, and U.S. Grant really couldn't get anything going.
Yeah, talking to the Grant coach yesterday, he said he had a few kids that he maybe have been released from the team recently, so he's playing a lot of freshmen and sophomores, so some young kids getting a lot of experience. And if you look at their early schedule, it's just been brutal. They've played a tough early schedule. And it really doesn't get much easier today with Newcastle. So hopefully for Grant, those young kids can gain some experience and learn some lessons and keep improving.
Yep, so this game is about 2.5 minutes till tip-off. We'll have the national anthem before the tip. So we're going to go ahead and head to break. Thank you all for joining us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Great Plains Invitational. Once again, we have the U.S. Grant Generals taking on the Newcastle Racers. We're going through starting lineups right now. And we will get the starters for U.S. Grant here in one moment. We're going to go ahead and jump to the Newcastle Racers. Starting number 2, Rex Heskew, a 6-foot guard. Number 4, Zachary Craig, 6'4" forward. Number 5, Alan Price, 5'11" guard. Number 25, Bobby Burrell, 6'2" guard. And number 33, Antonio Brown, rounding out their starting 5. Starters for U.S. Grant. Number 23, Jameer Martin. Number 5, Sajay Smith. Number 4, Micah Williams. Number 11, Travell Fuller. And number 42, Zach Pitts. Marco, what do you expect here in this first game?
Well, I expect Newcastle to play a whole lot better than yesterday. I expect them to probably control the game from the tip, just because from a culture standpoint for their team, they've won a lot recently, and so I just think that most teams that have won a lot don't play back-to-back games poorly, and so I expect them to play really well today.
Yeah, absolutely. Newcastle had a tough opponent yesterday. They lost to Tulsa Memorial, and U.S. Grant gets the tip. Newcastle setting up in a 2-3 zone. Grant's going to have to find some middle penetration here. Gets it to number 4, who turns the ball over, ball's on the floor, and we're going to have a jump basketball. Possession arrow to Newcastle. Williams lost the basketball.
It's good activity, first possession. You expect, early in the game, both teams to have a ton of energy defensively.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday really early on from Newcastle. First 3 is up and good for number 5, Price. Newcastle coming back, setting up in a zone. And another turnover to the Racers. And a foul is going to be called. Number 11, Travell Fuller, his first, team first. And that comes 41 seconds into the ball game.
2 early steals for Newcastle.
Brown to trigger, gets it to Bobby. He pops, drops, knock it down for number 25.
Bobby's a good ISO
Bobby
player.
Burrell.
Bobby's a good ISO player.
And that was the thing yesterday, as Newcastle gets another jump ball, and this time the possession arrow goes to the Generals. But that's what yesterday Newcastle couldn't find a basket.
Those shots didn't fall. Some of that has to do with the opponent. The magnitude of the game, obviously, being that they played Tulsa Memorial. But that would have gone a long way for them early in the game to see a few of those go in.
Absolutely. So Grant gets it in. Newcastle seems to have matched up here. The freshman driving, gets it picked by Burrell.
2-on-1. They're cousins right here. 33 and 25 are cousins.
For 3 and no, long rebound to the Generals, and they're pushing it up the floor. Newcastle back to his zone, and another turnover. Price lays it in for 2. And Newcastle showing a lot of pressure here early.
As expected.
Number 23, Martin, for the Generals, puts it up. Timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout.
Yeah, 33 is for Newcastle, Tone. That's Coach's son.
Right.
And then Bobby is his cousin.
Okay.
So interesting dynamic for Coach Brown coaching I think it's a second cousin and or a nephew and a son. He enjoys it. We talked about it yesterday. So.
Yeah, you can see when Antonio has something not go his way on the floor, and he lets everybody know about it, and Coach Brown checks him pretty quick.
Yeah, he calls them Pops. I'm still about 10 years away from coaching my own kids, but that's a pretty cool dynamic.
So Newcastle leads it 7-2. I'm getting the score here. Forgot I had to do the scoreboard. Jump ball, Newcastle basketball. Just over 2 minutes into the game, Newcastle has a 5-point lead. Brown to trigger. Craig for three, no good. Offensive rebound to Heskew. Back to Craig. Count the basket and one for number 4 of the Racers, Zachary Craig.
Does a good job pounding the offensive glass. Getting 3 shots of possession is always a nice luxury to have. Good job by Newcastle there, especially after back-to-back turnovers and against the press.
So he'll shoot one here.
Looks like Newcastle's about to get up and press, probably a 2-2-1 or a 2-1-2.
Up, no good. Fight for the offensive rebound, right back to Newcastle. Short, Craig there for the offensive rebound and put back. Count it.
Yeah, looks like
that's a 4-point possession for the Racers.
That's nice. 1-2-1-1 here.
Another turnover to Heskew, to Price. Stop, pop, no good. Rebound to the Generals. Fuller. Gonna be a foul, I believe, on Brown. And underneath to U.S. Grant. The freshman puts it up and good. Martin's a sophomore. And make the score 11-4. Brown, ISO, loses it. And denied by Craig is Fuller. Out of bounds to the Generals. 4:45 remaining. Newcastle leads at 11-4.
Ooh, tough call there.
Both going for the basketball. Foul's going to be on Craig. And shooting 2.
They didn't call that a shooting foul, did they?
No, they did not.
Coach Brown's not happy about something. I'm not sure what he's talking about. I don't know if it's that possession or the one before that, but he's working something. 2-3 zone by Newcastle.
And another turnover to the Racers. Brown to push the tempo. Nice move. Kick to the corner. Craig makes a move and loses it.
You know, right there, Tone did a great job. He got into the paint, drew 2, kicked to a wide open kid, and then he redrives it right into the traffic when you don't need to do that. You know, you want to go 2 out of paint touches a lot of times or just shoot the wide open one.
Yeah. Craig looked like he had a pretty good look there for at least a deep 2, maybe even a 3. I didn't see exactly where he was at on the floor, but
he shoots it good too.
Yeah.
4 can shoot it. That's one he's got to shoot instead of redrive that right.
And I think Coach Brown's letting him know.
Yes, he is. He pulled both of them out.
Defense intensity number 3, Brindley. He's going to push the pace. Over to Burrell. Now to Heskew. He drives and is going to be fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. That also looked like a shooting foul. But it'll be Heskew to trigger underneath for Newcastle. Gets it into Burrell. Burrell's dancing. Likes the shot. Long. Big rebound. Out of the hands of number 11 for Newcastle. That's Sloan. A little Euro step for Grant. No good.
Pace is a little hectic right now. I think we've been scoreless for a couple minutes.
Yep.
Newcastle's got turnovers, had numbers, 2-on-1, 3-on-1s, and hasn't converted, and it's just kind of gotten a little sloppy on both ends. They need to settle in here and get a good look.
Both teams are going to sub here. Number 1, Easton Hubble for Newcastle, and also number 1, Dante Phillips for Grant checks into the ball game. Brindley's going to bring in the ball at the floor for Newcastle.
Yeah, call a little set play.
And turns it over, gives it right to Grant. Layup, no good. Offensive rebound, no. Sloan grabs the board. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Grant. Put back, no good. Price collects it for Newcastle. Over to Heskew. Heskew's going to throw it long to Brindley. No good. Offensive rebound to Price. He's going to slow it down and get Newcastle set up here. Grant now also in the 2-3 zone.
Yep. See what Newcastle can get, a high post flash or a baseline runner or there's your high post flash.
Sloan in the middle, kick out to Heskew.
There's your baseline runner.
Good move by Sloan.
Nice job.
Count the basket and 1 for Sloan. Really patient right there by Sloan.
Yeah.
Just find the soft spot in the zone. Make yourself available.
Yeah, pivot. Really used his pivot well there. Drew the contact, went up. Got the hoop and the harm. Got to pay it off here.
Free throw up, no good. Off the back iron to Grant. That makes it 13-4 with 2:48 remaining in the first quarter here in our first game on a Friday afternoon in the Great Plains Coliseum. 23 drives. Sloan challenges. It's going to be a foul on number 11, Sloan, and we'll send Jameer Martin to the line for the Generals. You know, something I noticed yesterday, Pitts didn't get in until the last 3 minutes of the game yesterday against Memorial. He started the game today. He's a freshman.
Really?
Yep. Just checked out of the game.
Okay.
Good 5.5 minutes.
Maybe Coach saw something from yesterday and wanted to explore deeper. Like I said, they're super young. So you know, he's going to give some young kids some chances.
Martin with a great play, just playing center field, gets a steal. He's going to walk it up and doesn't hear the Wolf call behind him. Brindley picks up the steal up to Sloan, and a little hectic, a little out of control here by both teams.
Yeah, Newcastle settled in last possession. The one before got the and one, and then now they get a turnover and they try to play too fast. Just need to take care of the basketball.
Foul on the floor.
Grant's doing a pretty good job, like attacking and getting paint touches and getting some contact down there. They've been at the free throw line last 2 possessions. So
Martin's been pretty aggressive trying to find a lane to attack, and he's going to shoot 2.
Yeah,
not sure if it was a shooting foul or not, but we're in the bonus.
We are. I mean, when you're 6 minutes into the game and you have 4 points, we need to get to the free throw line. You know, we need to get some easy ones, some short ones. So they're doing a pretty good job attacking Newcastle's zone or man or whatever they're in. They like to switch it up.
Brown and McCauley check in for Newcastle. Brown pushes the pace for the Racers, throws it to the corner. And that's a deep 3, no good, to Grant, and he steps out of bounds after the rebound. I'd like to see Brown try and find a better shot.
Yeah.
Get him started.
He took 4 of those against Memorial and missed them all, the deep ones. You know, he's taking 23, 24-footers, and he could shoot it. He can really shoot it. He just need to see one go in.
Yep.
You know, and get them toes on the three-point line, make it a 19-footer instead of a 23-footer.
Brown triggers to Brindley.
They're in his zone. I bet he gets another look right here. Nice pass.
And Brown to Sloan for 2, and that's what you need from your best playmaker. Brown gets the ball into the paint, sees Sloan wide open, makes an extra pass, just takes care of the basketball. Another turnover. Brindley lays it up and count it. Scores now 17-4 with 1:17 and closing on this first quarter. Going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Newcastle. And again, another turnover for Grant.
Yeah, it's tough sledding for them early. When they have a chance, they're not converting at the free throw line and turning it over a couple too many times.
Burrell checks back into the game for the Racers. Brown will trigger. Back to him.
Spacing's tough right there. Bobby shouldn't have cut that. He should have stayed out.
Jalen Johnson brings it up the floor for the Generals. And it looks like Newcastle goes back to man here. Wild shot. Put back no good. Another offensive rebound for the freshman, and that goes for Zach Pitts. 35 seconds remaining. Newcastle leads at 17-6.
Here comes
Brown brings it up. There's a trap.
Nice
Brindley with a
pass.
great pass to Sloan. Sloan was left all alone down there.
Yeah, really nice pass. Good find.
17 seconds remaining. Grant has the basketball. Newcastle goes back to a 2-3 zone. Clock down to 10. Grant trying to find something and another turnover. 4 seconds. And back to the Generals.
Man, got a
And
turnover.
right there at the end of the quarter, number 15, Traylon Hunt is going to go to the line. Another freshman for the Generals.
Newcastle gets a turnover with 4 seconds, had a player wide open, couldn't kick it ahead for an easy layup, and instead, now they're at the free throw line on the other end.
The clock is showing zeros.
You know, there's no horn, so
Yeah,
the foul might have happened after it was zeros.
I noticed that.
If there's zeros,
Counts the free. Yeah,
why are they standing on the free throw line?
Yeah, I
They
don't
should
know
be
if
at
the
their bench.
referee. I don't know if the referees know there's no time on the clock.
They've got to.
I don't think they do. Long,
Oh,
and there's the horn.
okay.
All right. Well, at the end of the first quarter, Newcastle leads at 19-7. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Come on, team, let's go!
Guys, the toilet's clogged!
That's gross.
Unnecessary clogging. 30-minute fix. We'll have you back and using the toilet in no time. Don't let bad plumbing penalize you. Call Whitehead Plumbing today.
When plumbing problems hit hard like a linebacker, call an audible. Whitehead Plumbing is here to tackle them head on.
Whitehead Plumbing, the real MVPs.
Yeah! Woo! We're your plumbing MVP.
And welcome back to the Great Plains Coliseum here in Lawton, Oklahoma for your Friday consolation first matchup featuring the Newcastle Racers and the Generals of U.S. Grant. Newcastle leads at 19-7. And Marco, you and I were talking at the break. It feels like Newcastle is pressing the game just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, they're getting what they want defensively. They're getting turnovers. And, this could easily be 35-7, if they'd have capitalized on some of those on the other end. But there's a lot of basketball left. Can't be too mad at leading by 12 after 1. There's another turnover.
To Newcastle. Craig puts it up, no good. Burrell there for the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Price. Price makes an extra pass to Craig. Craig no good.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. They missed 2 bunnies right there off a turnover. Got to capitalize those.
And it's good by Newcastle here, fighting on the offensive glass, but at the same time, you want to convert those.
Absolutely.
Layup no good for Craig. Grant takes it, foul on the other end. I believe that's Price for Newcastle. That's their first team foul, 31 seconds into the second quarter. So number 15 for Grant, Hunt, put the first one up and good. That makes it 19-8. Second one up. Front of the rim, back of the rim, off the front, no good. And Brown will bring it up the floor for Newcastle. And he's going to get him set up here. Slow it down a little bit.
Looks like Grant's in a 3-2 zone now. Nice
Over
job.
to Craig.
Nice job.
And to start this quarter, the lid is on the basket for Newcastle.
Yeah,
but, like you said, great job staying patient, finding the open man, making an extra pass, and it puts you at the free throw line.
They've really utilized the short corner a ton against that zone, which is really good. They just got to pay it off down there.
First one is up and good for Craig. 7:11 remaining in the second quarter. Second one up and good. And Newcastle's going to press here.
1-2-1-1.
So make it 21-8 for Newcastle. Turnover again to Newcastle. Craig to Burrell. Burrell pushes the pace. Finds Price in the corner. 3, no. Long rebound to Grant. That's Hunt. Bringing the ball up the floor for U.S. Grant. Those are across the timeline. There's a 3, no good. Craig with the rebound, pushes it up the floor to Brown.
Nice
Little hesitation move. Up and go with the right hand. Count it for Brown. And he's slow to get up.
Uh-oh.
And Grant will take it the other way. Number 44 is going to get the layup, Jalen Johnson. And Brown's going to come off the floor here.
He had a little earlier we were talking, and he had a little ankle issue. I wonder if it's the same ankle or if it's something else.
So hopefully he's okay. Burrell to trigger into Brindley. And Newcastle leads at 23-10 with 6 remaining in the second quarter. Is that a 3? Yes. Count it for Craig. Second one for Newcastle on the night. Newcastle again in the press. Throws it right to Burrell. Burrell puts it up, no good, gets his own rebound back. No good again. And Burrell will shoot 2.
That 1-2-1-1 for Newcastle's really turned the tempo up. Kind of turned the game more in their favor here in the last minute or two.
First one was up and good for Burrell. Make it 27.
It's good advice by the U.S. Grant coach. Touch your body first.
It's the only way to block out.
That's right.
Second one up and good for Burrell. Make it 28-10 with 5:37 remaining. Grant gets it in. And another turnover. But Brindley can't control the ball. Loses it out of bounds. Grant basketball underneath. Drive, little blow by. I think that got tipped. Yeah. Offensive rebound. Up. Count it. Yes, count the basket.
Nice play.
From Micah Williams, the senior. Foul's going to be on Zachary Craig, and that'll make it 2 team fouls for Newcastle and 2 team fouls for Grant.
Yeah, Craig got a piece of that the first time. Challenged, really good job. Challenging straight up. Got a piece of it the first time. Second time, not so much.
So for the and one free throw, it's up. It's no good. Off right. Sloan there to grab the rebound up to Brindley. Brindley pushes it up to Price. And going to be foul on the floor. Number 44, Johnson. Price to trigger for Newcastle with 5:11 remaining. Over to Burrell, back to Brindley. Brindley in the corner, sizes him up off right, offensive rebound to Price. Over to Burley, no good, rebound to Grant. Another turnover right to the hands of Brindley.
They had a 2-on-1. If they could have just advanced that ball ahead, Grant had a 2-on-1. It's those little things, as freshmen and sophomores. Grant's going through some growing pains right there. As a junior or senior, that kid's going to make that play probably.
Price in the corner for 3, no good. Offensive rebound to Heskew. Up ahead to Smith. He pulls it out. Finds Johnson. Turnaround fade, no good. Offensive rebound knocked out of bounds. And Newcastle basketball. So 4:30 remaining. Newcastle leads at 28-12. This 2-3 zone isn't really giving Newcastle any problems. They're actually now in a 3-2 here. But it's like Newcastle can't just put the ball on the rim.
Yeah, they're getting good looks. There's a good set right there. Corner 3. Yep, nice job. Oh, my God, he passed it up. He's wide open. Shoot it this time.
Price, corner 3, no.
He's missed
offensive rebound. He's 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's missed 3 wide open ones in a row. Just gotta be confident.
Out of bounds to Grant. Yeah, you just have to be confident. Brown checks back in, so he seems to be okay. Up ahead to Hunt. Stop, drop, no good. Burley with the rebound over to Brown. Brown looks to want to try and go here. Drives, no good, blocked. Slow offensive rebound. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay here with the Racers. So 3:48 remaining. Number 2, Trevon Baker. Another freshman. Over to Burley, no good. Sloan, up, no good.
See, they missed 2 4-footers in that same possession. They've done that a couple times, but they're getting them. Eventually, those things are going to go in. They've held Grant to 12 points through 13, 14 minutes of basketball, so doing a really good job on the other end.
Burley with a steal. Little Euro step lay good for Burley. Sorry, Burrell.
Grant's got to limit turnovers here in the last 3 minutes so this doesn't get ugly going into halftime. This is a big 3 minutes for Grant if they want to have a chance in the second half, I think.
Fuller, no good. Brown pushing it up the floor. Little in and out. Back him down. Over to Burrell for three. Long. Sloan with the offensive rebound. Bobby finds some room. Up and good. 2 points for the Racers. Couple good possessions for Newcastle.
Yeah.
3 points. No good. In and out for Baker.
Newcastle's running again.
Out of bounds to the Racers here.
I'll tell you what, man, Grant competes, though. I mean, even yesterday it was 50 to 5 at halftime against Classen, and they were still playing hard. Coach does a good job getting them to play really hard.
Traylon Hunt checks back in for Smith. Over to Burrell. Brown little step back, no good, in and out. And there's going to be a foul on number 11, Sloan here. That's his second. Player fouls are working on the scoreboard this afternoon. So with 2 minutes remaining, Grant finds some room in the middle. Number 4, Michael Williams, the senior. Count it.
Nice little set play there, huh? Got the ball right to the middle of the zone. Nice little 5-6 foot floater.
So we're going to have a timeout on the floor. I don't know who took the timeout, but we'll take it with him. So Grant takes the timeout. We'll take it with him. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm good.
It's not a judge. You won't take the first shot.
Welcome back to Lawton, Oklahoma, here at the Great Plains Invitational. Newcastle leads it 32-14 over Grant. .147 remaining in the second quarter. Brown forces a pass, turns it over to Grant. Burrell tries to dunk. No good. Back to Newcastle. Count it. 3 points, number 11. Travell Fuller, the senior, makes it a 12-point ball game, 15-point ball game.
Grant's hanging around. Told you this is a big 3 minutes for them. If they can keep it 15 or less, may have a shot in the second half.
Now we're under a minute. Newcastle has the basketball, being patient.
Need a high post touch or penetrate the gap.
Grant's in a 3-2 here. 50 seconds. It looks like Newcastle's going to try and hold for the last shot. Now down to 30. Brown almost loses it. Into Sloan, throws it to the defense. Turnover. 25 seconds remaining. Grant pushes it up the floor. And they're going to give him the offensive foul. Rex Heskew with the charge. .23 is going to get the foul. Jameer Martin. And that is Grant's 15th foul. .21 seconds remaining. Newcastle bringing it up the floor. Heskew has it. Kicks it to Brown. Brown trying to make something happen over to Price in the corner for three. No good. Offensive rebound to Heskew. Loses it. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that's going to be the first half. Newcastle leads it 32-17 over US Grant. Folks, if you have nothing else to do today, come on down to the Great Plains Coliseum. You've got a game right now, a game at 4 o'clock.
Which is Eisenhower Putnam City.
A game at 6 o'clock, which is Tulsa Memorial and Northwest Class, and that should be a great basketball game. And tonight, prime time, at 8 o'clock in the Great Plains Coliseum, you have Lawton High School taking on the MacArthur Highlanders, and that is set to be a big game.
Yeah, excited for that one. Excited for all the games. I'm excited to host the tournament. Love having all these teams here in Lawton. Really good competition, high-level teams. Had great crowds last night. The environment, the atmosphere was really good, really electric, really excited for Friday and Saturday.
So you're watching the Great Plains Invitational here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Paris Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages, the food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Becker Raybon Funeral Home has been serving the funeral needs of Southwest Oklahoma since 1940 and is owned by the Raybon family. We believe family ownership makes a great difference in the care and service your family receives. Their staff is eager to find ways to assist you. Whether it's with live streaming or benefit assistance, we can help. When it comes to measuring personal levels of service, There are other funeral homes, and then there is ours, Becker Raybon Funeral Home, 1502 Fort Sill Boulevard.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Great Plains Invitational here at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma. 34 seconds remaining in the halftime as Newcastle leads at 32-17. Coach, I want to ask you, what do you think the conversation in both locker rooms were? Let's start with Newcastle.
Newcastle, finish plays. Finish plays. Take care of the basketball, finish plays. They had a lot of looks within 5 feet, contested some uncontested that they just didn't put in the hole. And then for Grant, it's got to be turnovers. Just take care of the basketball. If they can take care of the basketball and get one shot every possession, they claw their way back in this game. They've got to get shots up. They cannot continue to turn it over.
And like you said, it's 15 points, and you were hoping Grant could hold it to that and maybe give themselves a chance here in the second half.
15's doable, but not turning the ball over. You know, if Newcastle makes a few of those early, those little bunnies, this could stretch to 25 in a hurry. Or Grant could come out and compete, take care of the basketball, maybe get a few cheap ones, and now we're looking at single digits. You know, you never know. This first couple minutes are really important for both teams.
Newcastle will start with the ball this half. And here we go. Over to Price, back to Heskew. Grant staying in that 3-2 zone. Burrell finds some room, up and good. Little jump hook for number 25, Bobby Burrell. Newcastle staying with the press, trying to get Grant to turn the ball over, and they do. Craig with the steal, good pass. Saw the defender setting up for the charge, was able to get out of the way and dump it to Price for a layup.
Hey, good job early. First 3 minutes are important. Newcastle's won the first 30 seconds big time. Uh-oh, another one. Oh.
And make it 38 for Newcastle. Craig with the steal. Price, layup, good. Yep. And that was a quick 8 points.
Good energy from Newcastle coming out of the half. Forced 4 quick turnovers, converted all 4 of them. And now 15 turns to 23.
And this is almost what you expected in the first half.
Correct, yeah. Kind of what Northwest Classen did to them, yesterday. Just pressure, layup, layup, layup. Grant's key is take care of the basketball. They got to move it around, ball speed, try to stay ahead of the trap. They can't get trapped and hold it and put the ball above their head, and they got to stay ahead of the trap. They got to get the ball moving one step ahead, and when they get 2-on-1s down here, they got to convert those.
7 minutes remaining. We'd like to thank our title sponsor for the Great Plains Invitational, Waste Solutions. A couple more sponsors, the Lawton Chamber of Commerce and Liberty National Bank. Thank you to all of you for helping put this tournament on and bring some great basketball to Southwest Oklahoma.
Absolutely.
So 1 minute into the third quarter, Newcastle is on an 8-0 run. Grant has it back. Almost turns it over there. And does. And Grant gets it right back. Back to Burrell. Brown leaking out for the layup. Yes, layup good. That makes it a 10-0 run. Grant able to get it across the timeline, and Brown fouls. So that's his second, team first of this third quarter. And unforced errors continue for Grant. And Newcastle calls a timeout with 6:32 remaining. Newcastle still on a 10-0 run.
Yeah, really good start to this half. Newcastle, we'll see if they come out of this timeout with a good quick hitter, try to stretch it to 12-0 to start the half and continue the onslaught.
Well, and I mentioned this yesterday too, working with you the last year, I've been able to become a better coach and learn how to coach and manage basketball games. And you always say, whether you're up big or down big, this is an opportunity for you as a coach to work on things you want to see against certain teams.
Sure.
And so Brown there using this opportunity, being up 42-17, starting this third quarter on a 10-0 run, slow it down for half a second. Let's talk about something, get something set up, and, see if it works.
Yeah, every moment's a teaching moment. Try to get better. Nice set play
there
there
it
right
is.
out of the half.
Boom.
There's your layup.
Right there out of the timeout, Craig. Assist to Burrell. That makes it 12-0.
Yeah, really good job by Newcastle.
And staying with that pressure another turnover.
Yep, paid off. Newcastle's paid off more of those in the second half. First half, they couldn't convert them.
Almost 2 minutes into this third quarter, Newcastle has scored 12 points. Heskew at the line for two. He knocks the first one down. Rex, that's a pretty cool name.
Rex?
Yeah, Rex Heskew.
I like it.
So he hits the first. Dante Phillips checks in for the Generals, another freshman. Misses the second. Offensive rebound to Price. He collects it and throws it off a Grant player, number 2.
Nice play there.
Baker, another freshman. So let's try and figure out how many freshmen Grant has on the floor right now. 2.
They're young. He told me yesterday, Coach Hopgood has told me, he said they are playing all freshmen and sophomores. I've been there. I've been young before, playing all freshmen and sophomores. We're playing all, that was last year.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was
last year. We started a couple freshmen, a couple sophomores. The best thing about a freshman is they're going to be a sophomore the next year. The best thing about a sophomore is they're going to be a junior the next year. Just, you can't replace game experience.
Brown with a great spin move, gets inside, dumps it to Burrell. Burrell doesn't like it at first.
Good defense. Good job by Grant right there. Closed out, 3 good closeouts, forced the travel.
Jump ball, possession arrow to Grant. And they'll take it out of bounds. Newcastle still showing pressure. Over to Phillips, the freshman. Now Hunt, the freshman. Now Williams. Williams is the only senior on the floor right now for Grant. Up, no good. Rebound to Brown. Pushes it up to Burrell, who's going to take it himself. Loses it, gets it back, and puts it in for 2.
Nice job, Bobby. Yeah, that's kind of what you expected from the tip, Newcastle got off to a slow start, couldn't convert early on a few, and now they're kind of opening the floodgates here, and Coach Brown looks a little happier.
A little bit. Yeah, I don't think he stood up the last 3 minutes of the first half.
No, he didn't.
Looking for a towel for a wet spot on the bottom of the floor. Down there underneath the basket. 5:23 remaining. Newcastle leads at 47-17. A 15-point.
Halftime leads turned to 30 in 2.5 minutes, yeah? Doubled the lead in
That's
2.5
pretty good.
minutes. Yeah, I like those. Like those starts. The first 3 minutes are super important, and I would say Newcastle's won the first 3 minutes here in the second half.
It's an understatement. All right, so wet spot is cleaned up. Looks like Baker to trigger for the Generals. And you've got, again, 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and 1 senior on the floor. That sounds a lot like us last year.
Yeah, it did. Oh, no foul. No foul call.
No call.
No travel call. Oh, there
And he calls the carry. Turnover to Grant. I don't think it was intentional down here, but Craig kind of just ran Baker over.
Yeah, he did.
Hunt brings it up. Loses it. Burrell picks up the loose ball. He goes up and lays it in. No foul call. Grant's going to take an opportunity, go 2-on-2. Loses it, gets it back. And there's going to be a foul call. Number 33, I believe, Antonio Brown is going to get the foul. That's his third, team second, and send Baker to the line for 2. So an opportunity for Grant to put some points on the board here after they are now on a 17-0 run. Baker hits the first. Brindley going to check in for Price for the Racers. Baker's second free throw is not even going to be attempted as we have a lane violation against Martin. So, Newcastle to take it out. 4:49 remaining. They lead at 49-18, and their 17-0 run is stopped there as U.S. Grant was able to get a free throw. Long rebound out to Grant. Corner three, no good, short. Brindley with the rebound. Up to Heskew. Heskew to kick to Burrell in the corner. Loses it, gets it back. Over to Brindley. Brindley drives, dumps. Another kick to Craig. Hop step. Count the bucket for number 4. Great move.
Four's had a really good tournament. He's been really good. Craig?
Yeah.
He's a junior, 6'4". Just he had a really good day yesterday. I thought he was probably their best player yesterday, and he's really active.
Grant going to shoot another 3, no good. Craig the rebound up to Brown. Brown's going to push the tempo here. He's got a chance, and he's going to take it up with the right hand. 2 points, good for Brown. Another turnover. Heskew to Brindley. Brindley lays it up. No good. Foul call. He's going to go to the line, shoot 2. That's Baker. He's going to get the foul. So second team foul, his first foul of the game. 3:40 remaining in the third quarter. Newcastle leads at 53-18, and Brindley has a chance for 2 more at the line. Brindley misses the front end, and we're going to have Sloan, Price, and Camden Colbert, his first minutes of the game. Second one is up and good for Brindley, and Newcastle is going to stay in the press. Pitch ahead. Throws it away, up to Brindley. He's going to take it himself, and layup is good. Brindley with a quick 3 points for the Racers. And there's going to be a foul call here. Checking in for the Generals, number 44, Jalen Johnson, and number 1 for Newcastle, Easton Hubble. Just over 3 minutes remaining. Newcastle leads at 56-18. Kick, corner 3, off right. Our right, their left. Layup, no good. Follow-up, no good, off U.S. Grant. Sloan was there for the rebound, wasn't able to control it, and it will be Hubble to trigger for Newcastle on the baseline. The lob to Sloan makes a good move, up and in.
What a
Great
move.
finish.
Great job.
Good feet.
Yeah, that's tough. In traffic, triple teamed.
I believe he's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's young. He's going to be a good player.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he is. Newcastle loves that. They always go flat set, and they run that cross screen and kind of throw that lob a lot. Everybody steals from everybody, but they do a good job of that, and they have a few options off of it. They'll slip it. They'll throw it. I think they've thrown the lob 6 times this game, 7,
Well, when it's there, don't stop.
Yeah, correct.
So Grant goes to a man. Colbert's going to drive. Misses off the back end. Rebound to U.S. Grant. And throws it right to Price. Price to Brindley. Brindley to Colbert. And layup is good. 2 minutes remaining. 60-18. Newcastle leads it here in the third of this 2 o'clock game of the Great Plains Invitational. Good move. Unfortunately stripped by Price. Price throws it to Colbert, and that gets blocked. That's going to be out of bounds to Newcastle. Number 14 for the Racers checking in, Chapman McCauley.
A couple good minutes by Colbert, huh? First action, he's only been in 1 or 2 minutes, and he's made some plays and been active. Looks like a few more new ones coming in for.
Number 20, Aaron Evans, checks in for Newcastle along with number 15, Traylon Hunt.
Now we got 5 on the floor.
There we go.
6.
We had 11. Now there's 10. We're good. We can play basketball. Happened last night.
Yes, it did.
Hubble in the corner, takes it baseline, up and good. Not very good defense there. Hubble able to take advantage. Get himself in the book. 1:14 remaining and counting down. Layup, no good. Try to save, out to Hunt for 3. Count it. 3 points.
Yeah. I was about to say this could get really ugly if Grant wants to keep it in the track meet, but that was a good shot right there.
3 points, Traylon Hunt. That makes it 21. And we talked about it. I mean, they had 3 freshmen, 1 sophomore, and 1 senior on the floor, and that sounded exactly like us last year.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. You got a lot of learning experiences go on during the game, and you have to teach them fundamentals, basic basketball. You have to be able to install your system offensively, defensively, how to break a press, how to play game speed under pressure. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, man. Basketball's hard, you know?
And it's even harder in practice when you try and simulate game-like situations. Well, if they've never been in a varsity basketball game, how can you simulate a game?
Yeah.
It's very difficult to do. And when you only have 1 or 2, 3 people on your team who have been in those types of situations, you can coach it all day long. But if they've never seen it, they're not going to have any idea how to handle it.
Yeah, throw them in the fire. Just throw them in.
And we did that a lot last year.
Yeah, just kind of trial and error, learn as you go, coach them as you go.
So, again, we want to say thank you to our title sponsor, Waste Solutions. They've done several things to help us get this tournament started here in Lawton.
Nice job out of the timeout for Grant.
Very grateful to them. And, yes, great job showing press, getting a turnover and a layup and an opportunity for 2 at the line. And that's going to be Hunt. I feel like I've said his name a lot this afternoon.
Yeah.
He seems to be pretty confident and
he's
only
a freshman. Huh?
Yep.
Man, he's going to be a good player. Yeah, he's active.
So on the floor for U.S. Grand, number 4, Michael Williams, number 15, Traylon Hunt, number 23, Jameer Martin. I believe that's number 1, Dante Phillips up at the top, and number 44, Jalen Johnson. So 2 sophomores, 1 senior, and 2 freshmen. That's the senior for 3. Yes, sir. Count it. That's 3 points. He's going to give it a little bit of celebration there. Make it 25 for Grant.
Turning the pressure up now. Ooh, big answer.
Right back at you, number 14, Chapman McCauley for 3. And there's 35 seconds. That makes it 65-25, Newcastle. Just under 30, we're going to have a travel here by the senior, number 4, Williams. 28 seconds. Grant still in a press. They're able to break it pretty easily. Good tip, McCauley.
Oh, they missed one there. Looked like he got hammered.
Evans puts his shots up, doesn't get the call. No call there either. Sloan with the rebound, 10 seconds remaining. Oh.
That one's getting called.
They're not going to call the walk. He took 4 steps. I think he was trying to time up a dunk.
Coach Brown's just hiding his head in his clipboard. Oh, you can't see him.
That's a sophomore.
Yeah, there he is. He's just hiding his head in his clipboard. He's like, oh, missed the travel.
So Sloan will put up the first one and connect. There's 6 seconds remaining. Sloan has one more opportunity here. And hits both. Down to 5. Jameer Martin for 3 at the quarter, no. So Newcastle will take it into the fourth quarter, 67-25, with a great third quarter. Coming out of halftime, only having a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, less than 2 minutes into the third quarter, it is now 30.
Yeah, they won that quarter by 27 points. You know, that's it goes from 15 to 42 in a hurry. So that's nice. Now Newcastle can play some of their younger kids, can play some of their subs, get some experience. You know, because you don't get to get those kids in every game, and so
right.
It's good from a coaching standpoint. You know, you want to find out what you got in some of the young kids and let them go out there and scrap around a little bit. For Grant, you can do the same thing. Or you can put your starters out there and see if they're ready to compete and, you know, see if they can, hey, let's win the quarter. Let's go out and win this quarter. I don't care if it's by 1 or by 30, let's win this quarter. And, you know, that could be a good goal for.
Well, so talking about this game, if Newcastle, barring anything absolutely ridiculous,
they're going to play the winner of the next one, which is Putnam City Eisenhower.
And that is at 4 p.m. That is our next slated game today here at the Great Plains Invitational at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Putnam City, man, they had a barn burner yesterday. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, more next game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you missed that one last night, you missed one heck of a ball game.
Set play there out of the half, or out of the quarter. Nice.
Back-to-back threes for the senior, number 4, Micah Williams. Grant's going to stay with a little bit of pressure. Number 12 checks in at the quarter. Carson Van Hewen. Not sure if I said that right, and if I didn't, I apologize. Number 1, Hubble's going to take it up. No good. Martin's going to get the foul here. That'll be the first team foul of the quarter. So a good possession for U.S. Grant out of the quarter break. Newcastle takes it. Hubble has a shot. Misses the first. We'll have one more opportunity. And he'll hit the second. You know, Coach, we always talk about energy. It's hard to create energy for yourself at a 2 p.m. game, an hour away from your hometown, in a tournament, the first game of a Friday. I mean, it's hard to create energy. And Newcastle did a really good job of that in the second half, and I think Coach Brown would have liked to see that in the first half a little bit more.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is hard. typically your really good teams with upperclassmen that are really good leaders will help you establish that. But Newcastle's got some underclassmen too, you know, and kids that he graduated 3,000 points. So there's some kids in unfamiliar spots that, you know, that aren't used to that big game. So, you know, take some time.
Well, turnaround fade for number 44, Jalen Johnson. Puts two more on the board.
What about if you're announcing, though? I've taken my headset off like 5 times.
I know.
To yawn.
I know.
I mean,
like
I am wore out from this weekend, and I haven't even started.
I keep covering my mic so I don't yawn in the microphone. I mean,
yeah.
it's tough.
It is. And over here, look, forgetting the camera. All right, I'm back in the game.
I mean, Newcastle was up 7-2, and I completely forgot to put the score on the scoreboard.
It's all right. It happens.
My wife actually called me at halftime and let me know about it.
No.
Yeah.
She's watching with baby girl, huh?
Yes, sir. And then your family was here earlier.
Yep. Threw the headset on Cade and let him listen a little bit. And it's cool to get to call these games and
oh yeah,
get to watch some good basketball and talk about some hoops. So it's always fun.
So 6:43 remaining in the third. We do have a basketball game to call. 6:39.
Here it is, the freshman.
For the three, no good. Offensive rebound, loses it. Over to Hubble. It's also good to see here Newcastle get some of their younger kids in as well. Over to the senior, no good. Denied by number 14, Chapman McCauley. Great hustle play.
Yeah, really good.
And that's what you want to see. Yeah, you're up 38, but you don't want to see your team just stop playing.
No, you want to see. I mean, you're telling your young kids, hey, prove, show me something.
Give me a reason to not put you in the game, or to not put you in the game.
Correct.
Yeah, this kid's not bad. Good move. No good. Offensive rebound. Johnson puts it up. Good. The sophomore. Intercepted by Fuller. Fuller to trigger. Into Johnson. Up. No good. Rebound to Carson. And Colbert's going to push. Loses it. Gets it back. Loses it again. And turnover to U.S. Grant. 5:41 remaining. 68-32. Over to Williams. He's going to drive right.
Say the rest have been forgetting to blow the whistle a little bit. They're trying to get on to the next game, and got to call those.
So they're going to call a jump ball. Newcastle goes with a platoon sub. See if I can get all these players in. Number 22, Weston Lightly. Number 21, Preston Scagnetti. That's a cool last name. Price checks in. Number 13, Alec Schumard. Number 3, Brindley, and that's the 5 on the floor for Newcastle. So Brindley and Price, they've played. The other 3, I don't think I've seen the entire tournament.
Has Price hit one yet? I know he shot 5.
He's hit, I think, at least one. Brindley with a drive, little floater, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. Layup, no good.
I would expect 3 and 5 to get some shots up with this group. They're the veterans.
13, no good. Shummer, no good with the layup. Loose ball out of bounds to U.S. Grant. And there's 4:53 remaining, 68-32 Newcastle. Tried to find Fuller inside, no good. Up, foul. Send number 22 Lightly to the line.
It's a nice play right there. I'd like to see him finished it, but it's a nice little dish.
Yeah, Sherman makes a play. finds the open man lightly, puts it up. Again, would have loved to see it finish. But he'll get two opportunities here at the free throw line with 4:28 remaining. First one up and good for the freshman. Second one and good. So make that.
Well, look at the Newcastle's roster. What do they got? One senior? Bobby's the only senior.
Yep.
And I know Coach Brown he's been really, really high on his incoming freshman class, so his 8th grade class. He said he's got a really, maybe his best class he's had, and so they're young, but I think Newcastle can find its way back to the 4A state tournament if here in the next couple years, if they can kind of put it all together. But they may be 5A by that time.
Yeah, Newcastle's
the way schools are
steadily growing.
Yes.
So Scagnetti's going to get the foul. I just wanted an opportunity to say his last name again.
I like it. Newcastle's kind of like Elgin. It just, boom, kind of blew up.
And Fuller's at the line. Hit the first. Second one is up, no good. Offensive rebound and foul. Number 22, Lightly. Or Lytle. I didn't get a pronunciation on any of these names, so. 4:14 remaining. Newcastle leads it 70-33. Newcastle goes man. Phillips over to Baker. Layup good for Baker. That makes it 35. And foul number 4, Williams. So Newcastle was one foul away from being in the bonus with the new foul rule change. Collision, no call. And there's Williams laying it up for 2. Well, you said it at the end of the third, Coach, that U.S. Grant just needs something positive. And right now they're playing extremely hard. And I believe they're winning the quarter.
Yeah. So I told you it would be a goal of mine, you know, if I'm coaching them, hey, boys, let's go win this quarter.
Foul number 1 for Phillips, and that's going to send Newcastle into the bonus. With, again, the new rule change. I know Eric Sharam, who was on the mic yesterday, explained a lot of the rule changes to the fans. And I know you spoke a little bit about it. You like the rule change.
Yeah, I love it. I like the 5 fouls. You're not in the bonus the entire fourth quarter. I can't count the number of games where we shot 30 free throws combined between the two teams in the fourth quarter. You know, it's because we started the bonus. We were already in the double bonus by the time the fourth quarter starts. And so you get 4 free fouls, essentially, and, you know, in each quarter. And then so more strategy comes into play. I really like it. I really like it.
The problem is when you foul a lot early, that's when it hurts you.
Yeah. No, you're right. You got to be disciplined and play without your hands.
So Brindley misses the first. Shot falls on the second. Make it 71-37 with 3:24 remaining. So Newcastle's in the bonus the rest of the way if Grant fouls. So Grant's going to push the pace here. Over to Hunt. Hunt dancing, trying to find something. Can't. Over to Fuller. Fuller's going to drive. Lays it up. No good. Rebound to Scagnetti. Over to Price. 3 minutes. Schumer over to Scagnetti. Makes a move. Loses it. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to go to U.S. Grant. Checking into the ball game for Newcastle, number 14, McCauley, and number 1, Hubble. So Price and Brindley are probably done for the day, as were the majority of Newcastle's top 7.
Yeah. They had a seat about midway through the third. They're gonna have a big one tomorrow.
Fuller drives hard. Scagnetti with the block. I'm so glad he's more involved.
You just
his
Scagnetti.
Scagnetti. It's awesome. So that's Newcastle's team.
Is he an Italian kid?
I'm not sure.
Scagnetti?
It sounds like it.
Gagliardi, Scagnetti. I like it.
Lob no good. Martin can't connect. Schumer going to bring it up the floor. Driving hard. Coast to coast. Count it for 2 for Schumard.
That was a nice play there.
Make it 73-37 with 2:16 and counting down in the ball game.
Grant's still winning the quarter here. Let's see if they're patient. See if they can get a bucket, get a little feel good going into.
Drives, lays it up, no good. Offensive rebound to Martin. Offensive rebound to Phillips.
Nice job.
And puts it up and gets the foul.
Just looking for something positive heading into Saturday for U.S. Grant.
So that'll put U.S. Grant with 14 fouls. Number 22, Lytle, is going to have 1, or make that his second. Phillips up with the first. Off the glass, no good. And checking into the ball game for Newcastle, number 12.
Scagnetti's out.
Dagnummit.
Dang it.
And who checked in? Number 20, Aaron Evans. Well, we had a little bit of fun. Offensive rebound to Martin, and the putback is good. So under 2 minutes to go. Newcastle leads at 73-39. Great pass, no look to Hubble. Hello.
Nice pass, nice play.
Aaron Evans making an impact late in the ball game. Phillips driving, good move, good step through. Could have called that a pass if you wanted to.
Sure.
Back-to-back misses for U.S. Grant. Hubble's going to pull it up short. And Schumer there for the putback.
Looks like we'll have a 35-minute break until the next game. Grant's
good up and under
nice
move
job
by the freshman Baker. This is a great opportunity for freshmen especially.
Yes. Yes.
Great pass to number 14, McCauley. Count the basket and 1 for McCauley.
Terrible cameraman. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, people. Didn't get that one. Nice play there. Really.
So with 49 seconds remaining.
I was watching I'm over here watching the Grant coach because he is coaching so hard. He's over there coaching them up, and I was locked in on him talking about it.
McCauley puts it up. Gets the shooter's roll, as it were. And that pushes Newcastle to 80. 80-41, 45 seconds remaining. Fuller trying to make something happen. Over to Martin. Martin's going to back him down. Spin. Picks up his dribble. And is going to turn it over.
Does Newcastle hold it here? Well, I don't know. Grant ain't going to let them hold it, are they? They're probably going to come up and pressure them.
29 seconds. Fuller with pressure, and Newcastle's going to turn it over. Another opportunity for Grant with 22 seconds remaining. Folks, once again, our next game is going to be PC, Putnam City, and Eisenhower at 4 o'clock here at the Great Plains Invitational, Great Plains Coliseum. Great hustle to Schumer for the layup. No foul. Great hustle there by number 12 of the Racers. And that's going to be Fuller's third foul with 11 seconds to go. Count that one. For Alex Schumerd, the 5'8 freshman. He's got an interesting free throw routine. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Make that 82-41. Grant with 10 seconds remaining. Martin's going to pull it at the end of the quarter and count it.
Got it.
Off the glass. So, Newcastle takes this one 82-44 over the U.S. Grant Generals. They will play tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the Constellation Championship game against either Eisenhower or Putnam City. We'll take a quick break and be right back for that game in about 30 minutes. We'll go live about 5 minutes before tip at 4 o'clock. You're watching the Great Plains Invitational on the Oklahoma Sports Network.